I'm going to show you an interesting way to set up a concert level patch in Mainstage for triggering drum loops out of Ultrabeat so that you can play along with pre-recorded drum patterns while working through different patches in Mainstage. The first thing I have to do is go to the concert level and add a new channel strip to my concert. We're going to use Ultrabeat, so it's a software instrument channel strip. This pop-up says that creating a channel strip at the concert level will be active in all the patches and sets in the concert, which is what we want since we're dealing with drums. So we're going to go ahead and create. Mainstage defaults with the Suitcase V2 piano, but we're going to get rid of that. So let's just go to our channel strip, select our channel strip setting, and clear that out. Now we've got our blank instrument ready to go, and I'm going to load in Ultrabeat. Down here at the bottom of Ultrabeat, we have our pattern selection toolbar. With pattern mode on, I can now go to my pattern selector area here and view what my different patterns are. Anything marked with an SQ here on the side shows that there is a sequence already programmed in. This sequence can be triggered with this note here inside the parentheses, in this case, C-1. Now we're going to go back into Mainstage here, so I can just close that up. What I'm going to do is set this up so that my last 5 keys on my keyboard here are what trigger my drum sequences. I've set my low key and high key range on my personal MIDI controller I have here in Axiom 61, and I can see that it's not quite communicating perfectly to my keyboard in Mainstage. So I need to go ahead into layout mode and edit my keyboard. I have in my settings function keyboard 1 layout, which shows me the number of keys on my keyboard and the lowest key with a learn button. I'm going to click the learn button and strike the lowest key on my MIDI keyboard. I'm going to unclick learn, and then I know I have a 61 key keyboard, so I'm going to go ahead and dial that in as well. I can now go back to edit mode and see that my low key and high key splits are set up. The only problem is I'm hearing samples and not patterns. Well, if you remember, back in Ultrabeat, our first sample was triggered to C-1, whereas in Mainstage, my lowest key is C1. So I can go down here to my transpose option for this instrument and go ahead and drop it down to C-1. So now, if I strike my C1 key, it should trigger C-1, and we should hear our drum pattern. The same thing is true for anything between my low C key and my low F key. Just striking the key again will stop the sequence. Now, since I've set this up at the concert level, those drum patterns now exist on the lower 6 keys of my keyboard in every patch in my Mainstage concert. So if we come all the way down to, say, my universal returns, where I've got many layers of pad and interesting sounds on my higher end with a bass split and then drums down at the bottom, I can now play drums, bass, and my split at the same time.